Okay? Now, there's also a frontage increase. Every building shall adjoin or have access to a public way to receive a building area increase for frontage. Well, we do have some. This whole front, it's over 20 feet. Okay? Both faces of the wall are over 20 feet long. So, where a building has more than 25% of its perimeter on a public way or open space having a minimum width, or open space having a minimum width of 20 feet. So it would be open space of 20 feet, definitely. You got 10, and then 32 feet to the center of the road, and then another 32 feet to the next building, possibly. See? So, yeah, we got plenty of frontage in a public sense, okay, public manner or way. Or have open space having a minimum width of 20 feet. Okay, the frontage increase shall be determined using the following. Okay, so look on page 82. All right, your I represents the area increase due to frontage. F, the building perimeter that fronts on a public way. Okay, so we can count this. Or open space having 20 feet. Well, there's probably another property over here we don't really know, but the open space is only 8 feet. I can't count that side. Okay, so north, west, and south yards. Okay. The smallest yard is 45 feet. I don't really see that. The total perimeter of the building, then, we don't count this. We just count the north facing, which would be this wall, the west facing, and the south facing walls. So 25, 20, 40, 72, and 65 adds up to 222. So that's the perimeter facing open frontage at least 20 feet or public. So that's 55 feet. That's 45 feet. This over here, though, is only 8 feet, so we can't count it. So there's going to be a reduction instead of an increase. So when you do this formula, you're going to end up with a reduction. Okay? The frontage increase shall be determined in accordance with the following. So you do this little formula. Building perimeter having fronts on public way or open space having 20 feet. Open minimum width. So we did that. That's 222. We divide that by the perimeter of the entire building. So what that's going to be? It'll be 222 plus 92. And looks like we'll finish this up next time we meet. 92 plus 222, 314. Okay, so doing our little algebra formula here. We divide 222 by 314. 0.70, maybe rounded to 0.707. Okay, that'd be a percentage if we wanted. And then we subtract from that 0.25. Okay, because that's a percentage, so we subtract from that 0.25 minus 0.25. Leaves us with 0.457 and some change. And then we multiply that, right? Do I go ahead and multiply times W, width of the public way or open space in feet, in accordance with the 50621. So in that formula, I do inside the brackets first, and then do I multiply it times the W? No? What do I got to do next? Do my division? Okay. So I got to divide W by 30. Okay. So the width of the public way. The width of the public way. All right. It says refer to 50621. Oh, that's up here. No. In accordance with section 506.2.1. Oh, it's right underneath. The value of W shall be at least 20 feet. Okay, so it's more than 20, isn't it? 65. Where the value of W varies along the perimeter of the building, calculation performed in accordance with equation 5.2 shall be based on the weighted average of each portion of the exterior wall and open space, where the value of W is greater than or equal to 20 feet. Where the value of W exceeds 30 feet, a value of 30 feet shall be used in calculating the weighted average. Okay, so it's going to increase. It's going to be more than 30 feet, isn't it? 65 feet. So 30 divided by 65. Okay, so I'll store this. I'm sorry, 65 divided by 30. Okay, then now I can multiply times that number. Woohoo! Comes up to 0.99. So the increase is really nil. Okay. So the area increase due to frontage, there is no area increase due to frontage. Okay, it comes up to that. I don't have enough frontage to allow my area to increase. Okay. Any questions? So your challenge now is go back over, if you need to, whatever calculations you've done. Because now it asks what is the maximum allowable size for the building in question 4.6 if the building is provided with a fire sprinkler system. Uh-oh. And it's type 2B. Okay, so they changed the type on it, and now a fire sprinkler system's been added. Okay. In 4.8, how far do the exits need to be separated? 4.9, use figure 410, and assume there is no street on the east side of the property, so the distance from the building to the property line is 8 feet. Okay, so we assume that there is no street on the east side of the property. So that's on 410. So that's this one. So you have to work with this, and of course that's all detailed for you in the description. And then what is the value of I, or your I frontage, if the building is non-sprinklered? So you'll be doing some additional math. Okay. And then 410, if the building is type M, using the information in question 4.9, how large can the building be if it is used for type M occupancy and made of type 3A construction? That one's pretty easy. Okay, there's no, the IS on that is 0. I'll tell you that much. IS equals 0. I subscript S equals 0. Okay? Alright, so work on those. You know, if you want to work together on them at some point, share with each other what your answers are. Try not to get in a fight over it or anything. Alright? Looks like we're a little bit over.